The Irish and Celtic Music Podcast, show number 674.
In the town of Ballybay, there was a lassie dwelling. I knew her very well, and her stories were the telling. Her father kept a still, and he was a good distiller. But when she took to drink, well, the devil wouldn't fill her with the ring-a-ding-a-dong, a ring-a-ding-a-daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-dong, whack for all the daddy-o. Well, she had a wooden leg that was hollow down the middle. She used to tie a string on it and play it like a fiddle. She fiddled in the hall and she fiddled in the alleyway. She didn't give a damn, she had to fiddle anyway. A ring-a-ding-a-dong, a ring-a-ding-a-daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-dong, whack for the daddy-o. She couldn't dance unless she had her wellies on, but when she had them on, she could dance as well as anyone. She wouldn't go to bed unless she had her shimmy on, but when she had it on, she'd go to bed with anyone. A ring-a-ding-a-dong, a ring-a-ding-a-daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-dong, whack for the daddy-o. By the score, every Tom and Dick and Harry. She was courted day and night, but still she wouldn't marry, until she fell in love with a fellow with a stammer. He tried to run away as she hit him with the hammer. With the ring-a-ding-a-dong, a ring-a-ding-a-daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-dong, whack for the daddy-o. She had children up the stairs, she had children by the byre, another 10 or 12 just a-roaring by the fire. She fed them on potatoes and on soup she made from nettles, and on lumps of hairy bacon that she boiled up in the kettle. With the ring-a-ding-a-dong, a ring-a-ding-a-daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-dong, whack for the daddy-o. Sheltered life, eating porridge and black pudding, until her husband died, and he died so very sudden. And when her husband died, she was feeling very sorry, so she rolled him in a bag and she threw him in the quarry. With the ring-a-ding-a-dong, a ring-a-ding-a-daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-dong, whack for the daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-dong, a ring-a-ding-a-daddy-o, a ring-a-ding-a-dong, whack for the daddy-o.
Welcome to the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast, helping you celebrate Celtic culture through music. I am Marc Gunn, and this podcast is here to build a diverse Celtic community and help the incredible artists who so generously share their music with you. If you hear music you love, please email the artists. Let them know you heard them on the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. Musicians depend on your generosity to keep making music, so please find a way to support them. Buy a CD, album pen, shirt, digital download, or join their community on Patreon. You can find a link to all the artists in the show notes, along with show times, when you visit our website at CelticMusicPodcast.com. I've done quite a few instrumental episodes over the past few years. What I haven't done is featured Celtic songs and singers, so this episode celebrates the singers and songs. And if you are a Celtic musician or in a Celtic band and you want to submit music to the podcast, send an email to follow@bestcelticmusic.net. If you're a Celtic artist or you know one, you can also send an email to follow@bestcelticmusic.net. Email some designs for the 2025 Irish and Celtic Music Podcast annual shirt. I'd love to share it with others. This will be a paid design, so again, if you would like to submit, follow at bestcelticmusic.net. Finally, I am starting to plan, I know it's early, the Celtic Christmas Music Podcast 2024 season. The show is entirely funded by Celtic Christmas patrons, different from ours. So if you're interested in supporting Celtic Christmas music this holiday season, please consider following the Celtic Christmas Patreon. There's a link in the show notes. It costs nothing just to follow it, at the very least. However, your financial support helps immensely. You'll enjoy lots of great Celtic Christmas music this holiday season. All right, we kicked off the show with the Ciderhouse Rebellion with Molly Donnery. That was the town of Ballybay from A Little Bit Slanted. Next up is Runa with Whog Era Banned Vore from their album When the Light Gets In.
name's Duncan Campbell for the Shire of Argyll. Travelled this country for many's a mile. Travelled through Ireland and Scotland and all, and the name I go under is Erin go Bragh. One night in Out Ricky's I walked down the street. A saucy big police I chanced for to meet. He glowered in me face and he give me some jaw, saying when come you over, Erin go Bragh. Well, I am not a pat, though Ireland I've seen, nor am I a patty, though Ireland I've been. But were I a patty, that's nothing at all, for there's many a bold hero in Erin go Bragh. Well, I can't you're a pat by the cut of your hair, but you all turn to Scotsmen as soon as you're here. You've left your own country for breaking the law, and we're seizing all stragglers for Erin go Bragh. But were I a pat and you knew it was true, or was I the devil, then what's it to you? For if not for that stick that you hold in your claw, I'd show ye a game played in Erin go Bragh. And a lump of blackthorn that I held in my fist, around his big body I made it a twist, and the blood for his napper I quickly did draw. Paid hemstock in interest for Erin go Bragh. People gangroon like a flock of wild geese, saying catch the daft bastard, he's killed the police. For every friend I had, I'm sure he had twa. It was terrible hard times for Erin go Bragh. Well, I come to a wee boat that sails in the Forth, and I packed up my bags and I sailed for the north. Farewell to ye old Ricky, your polis and all, and the devil gang away ye, Erin go Bragh. So come all you young people, wherever you're from, I don't give a damn to what place you belong. I've come for your girl with the healing say Bragh, and I ne'er took it ill being called Erin go Bragh.
Immortal, invisible, God only wise.
boys and the lads from Peterhead. It's boogie shields, and then from Shields in the Northern Minch and the Norway Deeps, banks and knolls of the North Sea holes where the herring shoals are found. From Fraserburgh and Aberdeen, from Whitby, Armagh town, the fleet's away at the break of day to the Northern Minch and the Norway Deeps, banks and knolls of the North Sea holes where the herring shoals are found.
After Runa came Fig for a Kiss with Erin from Wherever You Go, then Natalie Padilla with Immortal Invisible from Paths and Places, and we finished up the set with North Sea Holes by Fialla from their album Home and Away. I want your feedback. What are you doing today while listening to the podcast? You can send a written comment along with a picture of what you're doing while listening. I'm sure you got some pictures of some Celtic bands this summer, right? Well, now's the time to send them in. Send the email to follow@bestcelticmusic.net. Erin Adair emailed from Richardson, Texas, packing to go on my second trip home 5 years after the last one. It's been too long and so much has happened, but I know it'll be grand crack and chance to see old friends and make new ones. And that's from Erin Adair, loyal 19-year listener and Patreon supporter. Wow, yeah, the show has been going for 19 years. So thank you, Erin, and I hope you have a wonderful trip. I hope you had a wonderful trip because this came out a while back. Deanna Robeson emailed, I heard some were having trouble listening to the podcast. I find it on the TuneIn app. Hope more people tune in to listen to your great show. Been listening to you since sometime at the beginning. Never gets old. Thanks to you and everyone helping for the hard work putting together all the shows. Always appreciated. Thank you so much, Deanna. Michael Corbett emailed, Hi, I wanted to thank you for supporting Seldom Sober for the last 5 years. My partner, Colleen, is retiring due to health issues and other circumstances after 17 years together. We played our last show last Friday with a standing ovation and an encore. I'm continuing on with a new partner under the name The Galway Rogues for as long as my body will let me. It's been great following the podcast and occasionally hearing our work, Slanted. Thank you so much for sharing, Michael. I'm sad to hear that Seldom Sober will no longer be producing music, but looking forward to hearing the Galway Rogues, and I hope Colleen does a lot better in the days to come, the future, because I know how difficult it is as we all get older. My body's falling to pieces on me, and it sucks. Jeremy emailed, I really enjoy listening to the music in the podcast. I'm usually commuting when I'm listening. Definitely enjoy the various Celtic groups' music. Thanks so much, Jeremy. I hope you continue to enjoy the show, again, for years to come, because we are here. And thanks to the generosity of so many wonderful patrons, we continue to be here with so much great music. Oh, and if you didn't get a chance to join the live stream of the early release of this episode, then follow the podcast over on Patreon. You'll get a notification. It's happening at Wednesday at noon. So go sign up over there. Go follow the Patreon page. And if you want to support the podcast while you're at it, more power to you. I appreciate it. All right. Next up, we have Jigjam with The Robin. This is from their album Across the Pond.
We've known him a long time. Most days he'll pop on by. Quiet type, hasn't much to say. Brightest button on a busy day. The seasons changing around us. Flocks of birds leave the home nest. Endless problems and lots of stress. Not for the conscience of the redbreast. Oh, he greets us in the morning with a simple harmless gaze. In the bitter cold of winter to the warm summer haze. And he'll fly away into the hot shining sun. Not a worry in the world, then he's gone. Don't take much to keep him content. Drop of votes is money well spent. Keen observer of the walk of life. He will never take sides and fights. There are many important choices. To seek a job or start the voyage. Friends will leave while sobbing. Not for the conscience of the robin. No, he greets us in the morning with a simple harmless gaze. In the bitter cold of winter to the warm summer haze. And he'll fly away into the hot shining sun. Not a worry in the world, and he's gone. Nighttime falls and we rest our heads. He's alone in the darkness. Don't care much if he's here to stay. Will he fly away? Well, the robin's observing this life's hectic ways. Robin's decisions makes life a mess. Well, it don't matter to him anyway. He'll just fly away. Oh, he greets us in the morning with a simple harmless gaze. In the bitter cold of winter to the warm summer haze. And he'll fly away into the hot shining sun. Not a worry in the world that he's gone. Oh, he greets us in the morning with a harmless gaze. In the bitter cold of winter to the warm summer haze. And he'll fly away into the hot shining sun. Not a worry in the world, then he's gone. Oh, not a worry in the world, then he's gone.
With good company. You've only one life, so choose carefully. Gather ye rosebuds while he may. Don't wait till they die and wither away. Make the most of every day. While he may. don't take things so personally. Follow your heart and you'll always be free. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. Don't wait till he die and wither away. Make the most of every day.
Well, my sisters decided to leave this dear island and start a new life overseas. To Boston they're heading for love and a wedding and the birth of my very first niece. I told them I'll miss you and I'd love to come to whenever the time is right. So until I can leave, I'll try not to grieve, and I'll sing with all of my might. Goodbye all, goodbye all, though I don't know where or when. I'm sure I'll see you again, but I will say until then, goodbye all. Now 2 years have gone past and it's my turn at last to cross that great big sea. I'll have my own chances at love and romances, and who knows what else may be. Now mother and father, you don't need to bother with worrying about me no more. My life is ahead and there's nothing to dread, I said as I walked out that door. Goodbye all, goodbye all, though I don't know where or when. I'm sure I'll see you again, but I will say until then, goodbye all. We set sail on the ocean with quite a commotion to cross the North Atlantic. Our ship was the best and she outclassed the rest, the famed RMS Titanic. But then on the fourth night something was not quite right. Tragedy quickly unfurled. So on paper I wrote and I threw off the boat my last message to the world. Goodbye all, goodbye all, though I don't know where or when. I'm sure I'll see you again, but I will say until then, goodbye all. Message would land back on Irish sand, while the family still mourned their loss. They all held hands and they honored the man who gave that bottle a toss. Surely we all know that feeling of sorrow, somebody taken away. So for all those who passed, we raise up a glass and we continue to say goodbye all, goodbye all, though I don't know where or when. I'm sure I'll see you again, but I will say until then, goodbye all. Goodbye all, goodbye all, though I don't know where or when. I'm sure I'll see you again, but I will say until then, goodbye all.
Growing up I always had a rambling soul. Back then I just felt better on my own. The romance of the road was flowing through my veins as I listened to my heroes singing about freight trains. Time moves on and I've gotten me a pretty girl now. I don't know why, but she puts up with me somehow. She's everything and so much more to me. Never knew the chains of love might set me free. Doesn't matter where we wander or where we roam, when I'm in her arms is when I feel at home. against my window pane, wrapped up in the arms of my darling girl. Right there and then I don't have a care in the world. Doesn't matter where we wander or where we roam, when I'm in her arms is when I feel at home. The darkness sometimes, fighting myself behind the old enemy lines, but the way you lead me back towards the light tells me that this flame will burn on bright. Doesn't matter where we wander or where we roam, when I'm in her arms is when I feel at home. It doesn't matter where we wander or where we roam, when I'm in her arms is when I feel at home.
After Jigjam came Clare Cunningham with Gather Ye Rosebuds While You May. It's from her album On My Way. Then came a track from me. That's from my new album, Come Adventure With Me. The track is called Naked, and it's inspired by a Firefly episode. The episode Trash, if you want. It's all about emotional vulnerability. I hope you enjoyed that. After that came Bealtaine with Goodbye All from their album It's Pronounced Bealtaine. And they finished the set with In Her Arms by Michael Darcy and the Atlantic Tramps with Down to the Roots. Thank you so much, patrons of the podcast. You are amazing, and I really appreciate your generosity. So many people donating to the show. It really helps the show keep going. So thank you so much for your kindness. There's a lot of expenses that go in producing the podcast, and in fact, your kindness pays for our engineer, graphic designer, Celtic Music Magazine editor, promotion of the podcast. It allows me to buy the music I play here. It also pays for my time creating the show each and every week. As a patron, you get ad-free and music-only episodes before regular listeners. You get to vote in the Celtic Top 20. You get a private feed to listen to the show, or you can listen through the Patreon app, and all that for as little as $1 per episode. Special thanks to our new and continued patrons of the podcast, Francis Leach, Rick Boyce, and our newest Celtic legend, Bruce. Here is your 3-step plan to support the podcast. Number 1, go to our Patreon page. Number 2, decide how much you want to pledge every week. $1, $5, $25. Make sure to cap how much you want to spend per month. And number 3, keep listening to the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast to celebrate Celtic culture through music. You can become a generous patron of the podcast on Patreon at songhenge.com. Stout Pounders are up next with Sometimes. This is from their album Liver Let Live.
This is called Sometimes. The troubles of today, emptying a pint glass off, it makes it go away. Sometimes it's hard to see. Well, looking back on everything and all I had to do
A life in the blink of an eye. Pictures and memories just waiting to fade. This is the life that you made. Just one long goodbye. A smile for a smile is always worth the trade. Love the life that you made. Maybe tomorrow, maybe never again. Let now be the answer if the question is when. Don't leave the party and wish that you'd stay. Live in the life that you made. This is the life that you made.
My love is bold, like the sun is in June. When the wind that touches your face when spring's in bloom. There's nobody else that perceives my grace, reveals my rights and wrongs, 'cause I fall hard and I've fallen for you. You drive me wild and I love what you do. When you treat me like an unsuspecting fool, I'd go away with you if you wanted me to. Walk the mile, no need to run, 'cause I fall hard and I've fallen for you. On the road to God's a long and painful sky, and the years of guilt and pain have passed you by. You may choose to remain aloof and build a lasting home. When you find the answers for yourself, believe me, I already know. Well, life's tough with roadblocks in the way, and it's It's gonna be rough, irregardless of passion or plague. Don't push me aside, let me be your guide. I'll absorb the harm that comes 'cause I fall hard, and I've fallen for you. God's a long and painful sky, and the years of guilt and pain have passed you by. You may choose to remain aloof and build a lasting home. When you find the answers for yourself, believe me, I already know it's your part. Show me what you can do. You think I make the roof come to life, but baby, it's you. You may tumble and you may triumph. You may grow to rue the day I still fall hard, and I've fallen for you. I fall hard, and I've fallen for you.
Wind and the rain is humming again. The sea is my wife, the sails are my friends. Lonely for some, but not for me. I owe my whole life to the sea. I owe my whole life to the sea. When I was a boy, orphaned and thin, a wayfaring sailor taken me in. He showed me a knot and brought me on board. I sailed out that night to the sea. I sailed out that night to the sea. Wind and the rain is humming again. The sea is my wife, the sails are my friend. Lonely for some, but not for me. I owe my whole life to the sea. I owe my whole life to the sea. At 19, handsome and fit, I met a young maid and knew she was it. She laid with a nobleman, fat as a boar. I sailed out that night to the sea. The only thing left is the sea. Wind and the rain is humming again. The sea is my wife and the sails are my friend. Only for some, but not for me. I owe my whole life to the sea. I owe my whole life to the sea. Was an old man, grizzled and worn, a worldly sailor who braved every storm. Whenever I flee, I'll drift with the wood. The sea is all that was good. The sea is all that was good.
After Stout Pounders came Maggie's Wake from the Life That You Made from their self-titled album. Then Larkin and Moran brothers with I Fall Hard from IN. And we finished up the set with Lady Kenaway by Sheridan Rúitín from their album Rebels in the Night. Another fun show. I hope you enjoyed all the songs this week, and get your votes in for the Celtic Top 20 so we can create the best playlist of Celtic music for the year. I'm really excited to see what comes of that. So get those votes in. You have 3 weeks to vote, and you can do that over on Patreon. Thank you so much for listening. We're going to finish up with River Driver. This is Follow Me Up to Carlo from their album Flanagan's Shenanigans, live at the Celt. Talk to you again next week. Sláinte.
Your face brooding, or the old disgrace that Black Fitzwilliam stormed your face and drove you to the burn. Grace and victory was sure, soon the firebrand he'd secure until he met Ben Malor with a thick McHugh O'Byrne. Here's the time, don't give up, Mick will do what Mick will care. Now Fitzwilliam's have a care, falling out of the starlight. Up with Halbert, up with sword, on will go for I the Lord. Vic McHugh was given the word, follow me up the target. To Glenmore there flows a stream of Saxon Gorals, grey as Rory Ogiamore, and send you fools to Hades. White and sick and lean as fled. Now for Black Fitzwilliam's head we'll send them more, the trippin' red to Liza and her ladies. Christians land, Ogiamore, Vic will do what Vic will care. Now Fitzwilliam's have a care, falling is your starter. Up with Halbert, up with sword, on will go for I the Lord. Vic McHugh was given the word, follow me up to flashing o'er the English pale and see the children of the Gael beneath O'Byrne's banners. Rooster of a fighting stock, would you let a Saxon croc crow out upon an Irish rock? Fly up and teach some manners. First time, Lord Cumare, Vic will do and Vic will care. Now Fitzwilliams have a care, falling is your style. Up with Halbert, up with sword, on will go for by the Lord. Vic McHugh is giving the word, follow me up to Carlo. First time, Lord Cumare, Vic will do and Vic will care. Now Fitzwilliams have a care, falling is your style. Up with Halbert, up with sword, on will go for by the Lord. Vic McHugh is giving the word, follow me up to Carlo.
The Irish and Celtic Music Podcast was produced by Marc Gunn, the Celt Father, and our patrons on Patreon. The show is edited by Mitchell Peterson with graphics by Miranda Nelson Designs. Visit our website to follow the show. You'll find a link to all the artists played in this episode. Todd Wiley is the editor of the Celtic Music Magazine. Subscribe to get 34 Celtic MP3s for free. Plus, you'll get 7 weekly news items about what's happening with Celtic music and culture online. Best of all, you will connect with your Celtic heritage. Please tell one friend about this podcast. Word of mouth is the absolute best way to support any creative endeavor. Finally, remember, reduce, reuse, recycle, and think about how you can make a positive impact on climate change. Promote Celtic culture through music at CelticMusicPodcast.com.